Hello and welcome back to Super Mario Galaxy 2. I guess Super Luigi whatever. I'm not really sticking with the name anymore. We are getting 1-ups, which will be nice. The stages are getting a little bit painful. But yeah. It's World 6. And next up we have Throwback Galaxy. Because of course we do. I had a green star down there, and one up there. Okay. Honestly, what I find interesting is that this galaxy is, well, simple, right? But, a part of me wonders how it would be if, like, Nintendo... Wait. If Nintendo basically remade... What if it's in here? Oh, it is, but not in this one. Okay. What if Nintendo, like... After doing, like, 64 DS, they used, like, the Galaxy engine modified to, you know, remake Mario 64. That'd actually be really interesting. I think you could do a lot with that, but, because what you would need to do, basically, right, is you would need to make it so B, like, dived, and not, you know, spinning wouldn't do anything, and, you hit B to dive. And then the controls would basically be 1-to-1, you know? You could use C to center the camera behind you, you can use the D-pad to move the camera. It'd all be kind of fine. Honestly, one thing which I do miss from, like, the Saturn and N64 are the 6-face buttons, because they were actually a really neat addition. If only that became the standard, but no. Instead, the standard was the DualShock. If only Sega added 2 sticks to their system. It is kind of interesting how, in a way, the Xbox controller, the OG Xbox controller, the fat one, was basically just like, you know, a newer iteration of the Dreamcast and Saturn controllers. Honestly, kind of it. I don't know, kind of weird. Come here. I don't know, a part of me, yes, please. No! Why? I'll try to... No. Mr. Womp. I have to figure out how this works. Maybe if I stand on the back? Oh my god! That is the strategy. Shouldn't even do anything. I don't know. Oh fuck! Okay, now... Huh. What if I... No, I need to use him. How do we get on top of the swamp? Oh my god! Wait, what? What if I... No. Oh. Come on. It's nice that they give me plenty of, like, leeway to run out of the way with that animation. Oh? Okay, the vehicle within vehicle physics are a little bit weird, but, we did it. Take me away to the third star of the galaxy. I think I am mentally incapable of baking things without burning my tongue. At least a little bit. Okay, interesting. Please don't tell me this is a timed one, because I think it may be. No, it's not. Okay. Anyways. So, yeah. Haven't really thought about stuff as much this time. Wait, does this work? Nope. Something which I was thinking about was like, if you're not aware, right, there's a lot of... Ah, shit. Okay, we need another... it's here, it's fine. Oh. So here's the thing, right? Like, bastard. There's, in the video game scene, right, there's a... Especially in the retro scene, there's a lot of misinformation about, stuff like prices, right? Like, for instance, nowadays, you see people defending games costing 50 more billion bucks. But what people may not know is that, generally speaking, the profits which games make don't go to developers. Developers get a paycheck, and, well, they used to get a bonus for good performance, but now it seems... If you do too well, you get laid off. And if you don't do too well, you get laid off. And if you do a mediocre job, you get laid off. You just get laid off, and you get laid off, and you get laid off, you know? It's like that one AVGN bit. Ah, great, I have to guess. I guessed correctly. But yeah, it's kind of crazy. People will defend, like, a game costing 80 bucks from the perspective that, like, oh, but games cost so much to make. Yeah, because, like, Dead Space 3, for instance, was completely reworked because one of the executives had their kid play Call of Duty, and now they wanted, like, Dead Space 3 to be co-op because Call of Duty was... And there's a lot of this, like, you know, corporate meddling stuff in the gaming industry where basically, like, Otherwise, good ideas get obliterated by executives who don't understand how the hobby works. So at the end of the day, why does stuff kinda suck today, you know? It's because there's more and more, like, you know, executive control over this sort of stuff. Plus, nowadays, the thing is, back in the day, making games wasn't that expensive. So, you know, it wasn't that hard to make a small studio and still make, like, a really high-quality game. Because most of, like, you know, most of that ended up just being developer skill. Fuck. And not, just pure capital. And then companies like Square Enix made, like, some really high-budget and high-quality games. And then, you know, then sorta unintentionally, the graphics war started when, you know, every game console had to have the best graphics, because otherwise, you know, a game console is nothing without its graphics, you guys. Well, okay, you bought your console to play video games, I bought mine to look at the graphics. And of course, that's not to say that, like, oh, graphics don't matter, because, wow, you would take gameplay over graphics, really? No, but, like, thing is, graphics do matter. It's just that they matter a little bit less than some of the other things. Oh, come back here. Okay, I see the green star. My point is mostly... Oh. Okay, there we go. My point is mostly that, like, generally speaking, I've seen a lot of frustrating discussion, like, around game pricing. Like, people sometimes say, oh, games should be more expensive, so that the developers are paid more, not knowing that most of the money games make doesn't go to developers. It goes to the fucking shareholders. You know, this isn't... It's not a worker co-op. Like, you think, like, at any big company that, like, the actual fruits of... It doesn't work that way. It just doesn't. And that's what I think a lot of people kind of don't realize. Oh, there's another one over there. Interesting. Like, so much of the, and generally, so much of, like, this gaming discussion falls on people who aren't in the industry, and just falls on, like, general, and this isn't just a thing with that, it's a thing with literally almost everything these days. Like, how often have you seen, like, a live streamer who otherwise is intelligent, so, like, you know, not Asmongold or whoever the fuck, but, like, an actual streamer who has, like, a brain, and then they just cover something that is outside of their realm of understanding, because, of course, you don't know everything, and then they just make, like, a complete ass out of themselves because, oh, well, very clearly, I'm the smartest person in the world. Surely I know this, but, like, no, it's out of your field. It's why I would never, like... it's like why I would never doubt someone, like, who tells me, or, like, I would never think I know more about a fucking... Like, if you would imagine a situation where I was trying to develop something for, like, I don't fucking know, photogrammetry photogrammetry software, right? I would just accept everything that, the photogrammetry guy tells me that I need to do because I don't know. You know? Like, that's sort of an important thing that I feel like some people don't realize is you are not meant to know everything in the world. Like, in real life, you know, not in school, not in, you know, wherever the fuck. In real life, where the real, like, adults hang out, if you don't know something, you can ask. If you're trying to, like, if you're trying to do something difficult, you can just ask for help. Like, you know, if there's something you don't understand, you can Google the results. And then you have, like, this funny situation now where, like, so much of the gaming discussion or whatever comes from, like, you know, it's kind of like where in universities or whatever, more and more stuff is now, like, real life, do you know kind of things, and it's less like, write me something on paper, or whatever. Like, basically, universities keep trying to find better and better ways now to, like, you know, I don't need that, who cares? To, like, read someone's actual knowledge, and not just their, you know, how well they can read from a book and memorize it, because that was kind of an issue before. Okay. I'm annoyed with how long this is, but oh well. Ow. Sit. And that's kind of the thing. Like, it's one of the sort of weirdly positive parts of, like, the scourge that LLM... Fuck. The scourge that LLMs have been on. It's fine, we can go to the third one. Like, the scourge LLMs have been on education, where this is partially forcing institutions to actually, like, modernize some of the more archaic things they were doing. Because, like, you know, there's stuff that can be, you know, cheaply avoided that way, but actual knowledge, that's something you can't, like, glean from an LLM. Because it's basically just a, you know, advanced predictive text. So it's actually basically... It's actually, like, really good at that specific one task that, like, they use it for. In a way. Because schools are nothing if not, like, trying to teach you stuff that is already known, right? But the issue is, a lot of the stuff that has existed in the education sphere, like, a lot of these issues were just kind of things which I feel bubbled up. Like, you know... Back before people were using LLMs to, like, And by the way, I saw a post where somebody was, obviously it's worse now, right? And, it's like, I've seen somebody say that you're forced to write, like, a 200-word essay. They were probably, like, 15 or something, but, like, that's a paragraph. That's not an essay. Anyways, so, like, back in the day... I personally couldn't do this, ever. I didn't want to because I was always afraid of getting caught, but... Like, people would just... Like, when they were at home writing essays, like, 10 years ago or something, they would just... Like, stories, they would just, like... Ask their parents for help, or whatever, right? Like, can you help me write something for school, etc, etc. Like, there were always ways to do it. And then, because of that, like, teachers moved on to, asking students to, like, you know, write essays in real life. You know, in class. They'd be smaller, and the idea would be the teacher would, like, tell you... You know, the idea would be the teacher would tell you in advance what the material would be, and then you would run into the class, and then, you know, you would do that way. And it was, from my understanding, at least for me, successful. But, like, it depends. It's also the issue with, like, standardized testing in the US, where, like, well, I mean, it depends, but hey, there's no standardized testing, so unless the professor wants to give you, like, I know sometimes they, like, in my country, the, like, exam that you need to pass in order to, like, get into universities, like, after high school, I'm pretty sure they, like, yeah, like, they would give out some old ones or whatever for people to, like, practice on. Yeah, like, there's that sort of stuff. Generally, the idea is with, like, and the issue which I find is that it's kind of, with this sort of stuff, it's kind of hard to make sure people are on the same playing field. Because, you know, even though people using LLMs to cheat sucks, you also shouldn't, like, as a professor, make that sort of stuff harder on purpose. Because at that point, you're just making life harder for the people who are still trying to do it legitimately. And you're kind of making the problem worse in a way. Because now you're essentially telling people, hey, you can either, you know, use the shitty things for help, or you, like, be worse off. And then, by doing that, like, you're basically telling people, hey, you know, it's okay to do it this time, because, you know, you're basically forced to use it because the other students, and then it becomes a pattern of them using it, yada yada yada, you know. It's one of those things, and it's really frustrating to see, but, like, the only thing you can do is nothing. Like, as nice as it would be to, like, put the cat back into the bag, we can't. And the thing is, the issue with LLMs isn't even the education part, I think, is the fact that you can't trust anything anywhere anymore. Like, anything could be fake. You could be, like, you could be doing whatever, you can be talking with someone, they're not a real person, they're like a robot pretending to be a person. It's... like, that is, I believe, the far bigger issue than just, like, you know, education, specifically because, like... is this the galaxy? Yeah, let's do this one first. It's horrible. Like, beyond horrible. Only 2, okay. Oh, and to be clear, if you don't understand, like, why, so many people... oh, I see it over there. You know, why so many people would, prefer having an actual, you know, would talk to an actual person instead of an AI, because I've seen some people be confused at that. Maybe they were AI, I don't know. But, at that point, I think you may be missing something, like, essential to being a human. I'm sorry. Is that harsh? Maybe, but, like... is it wrong, though, to say that, like... if you can't understand why a human and computer are different to talk to? I don't fucking know, man. You gotta be shitting me. Problem dealt with. Oh my god. There we go. I'm trying to... Okay. Fuck. Oh, I can do okay. What I could do is something like... Yeah. Please don't send me off. Okay. There we go. Soon we'll be at 224, which is a magical number. It's a magical number for me because whenever there's a number that's a common resolution, so like divisible by 8, that a lot of stuff uses, I've seen it somewhere and it's stuck in the back of my mind. That's, you know, 144, 160, 180, oh, maybe not 180, but like, you know, there's a lot of them stuck in my mind, and 216 and 224 are two of them. Also 240, but still. Oh yeah, also, I've noticed that, in this... Ow! So in this level, the music is like the one used in, it's like the music they used in, what's it called again? Hold on. Fuck. Whatever. It's like the music used in those levels where you had those beat blocks, I think they're called, like, you know, the ones that go beep, 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 bunk. Those ones. I don't know. Oh my god. Okay. Go away. Right through the tiny hole. That's beautiful. No, Yoshi. Oh, I see it. I should have actually checked my position on the other axis. Oops. But yeah, it's shocking. Oh, what did I get stuck on? Weird. You can navigate the level pretty well if you, come here. Okay. Aligned, there we go. Perfect. There we go. And so, like, as it often happens, one video can't be 50 hours long, nobody would watch it. There's also, like, a hard limit of, I think, 12 hours or 256 gigs, so it's not gonna happen. I'll see you next time, TM. See you then. Goodbye.